We each got to grab one.
Okay.
British Columbia. Facing a greater fear. Oh, what did I just put my hands in? Oh my God, let's just go. I didn't even notice. I'm so pumped.
What do we have to go in? Yeah, and there's a turtle in there. We're going to Kelowna.
Search the flight area for...
Oh, right over here? Right over here?
I see a splash of yellow.
The hotline is the brainchild of Westside art teacher Jessica Martin and local artist Cheryl Weiss, inspired by the positivity their students have shown over the last few years.
It's been a hard few years. We've been listening to the advice that you have and everything you do to help yourself and your friends and your family feel better. And we'd like to share that with the world.
But the other thing is, and that in these gullies between the buttresses, trees trap leaves. So they create their own compost to provide nutrients. And that's really why these buttress roots swirl so much, because you get these great buckets here, which sometimes can be like miniature gardens. I'm going to peer very carefully because sometimes in these buttresses you find snakes. That is really magnificent.
Whenever I watch that scene, I wonder, what would that be like to see this long extinct, magnificent creature brought back from the fossil graveyard? Unfortunately, it would likely require some movie magic, because as we learned from evolutionary biologist Beth Shapiro in yesterday's episode, the chances of seeing dinosaurs resurrected from their DNA are next to nil.
Dinosaurs went extinct more than 65 million years ago. We're never going to get DNA from something that's that old.
But there are other...
And now has 2 break points against her. Well, the serve yet again letting her down a bit. 2 break points.
You play the point, please, for serve.
One and all with a fastball, and there's a line shot hit into left field. Gino Ciboli chases over near the line and the wall. Up with it, fires in. Malcolm delivers, the runner goes. It's a pitch out. Roy Campanella fires down to Gilliam, the second baseman. They got him. And then the ball is stopped.
But there's yet another subtlety. Now, you may have noticed that this is 50 pixels, and this is 50 pixels right here. But between these two divs, it's only 25 pixels. And you might be asking, well, what's going on with that? Well, the inline IMG element adds up both the margins from both elements.
So this is the I-stable. Okay? So upon change, magdi-dissolve na yung AgCl natin plus S molar ng Ag+, plus S molar ng chloride from the AgCl. So that's concentration of Ag+ times concentration of chloride. That's the KSP value. That's equal to S times 0.01 plus S. Okay? So makikita niyo.
Norton, don't you have to go upstairs and have supper? I already ate. Well, aren't you going to be a little uncomfortable sitting here watching Alice and I eat? Oh, thank you, Ralph. You put it that way, huh? I'll be glad to say. All right, now, I'll have a little order of spaghetti and meatballs, light on the marinara, heavy on the shoot, one with a feather in it to hold the meal.
What's the matter?
John thinks we're approaching a spaceship.
We don't have any other ships this far out.
That's just what I was thinking. Try to establish communications with it. Try all wavelengths. Give us a bearing.
This is Earthship Hope 1 on open call. Over.
This is 109 Hope 1. United States spacecraft on open call for recognition. Do you read me?
That first hanging bridge surprised us because it was really high.
Yes, I hope the next bridge is lower. If you're afraid of heights, maybe not the best activity for you. I'm semi-afraid of heights, so I can brave myself through it, kind of, sort of, but yeah.
Hey, children, stop, steal, and listen. listen to me. God walked down to the briny sea. He declared that he must send a man, and then he decided to destroy the land. He spoke to Noah. Noah stopped. He said, Noah, I want you to build me an ark.
So, Spanish verbs ser and estar, they both translate as the verb to be from English. El verbo ser y el verbo estar, los dos se traducen como el verbo to be del inglés.
So he dispatched you to Tanzania to really work with chimpanzees, and I imagine you had had very little exposure to chimpanzees, and they to you.
None.
So what was that like for your first encounter and trying to actually ingratiate yourself in this very different world?
A world of forest that I dreamed of as a child after falling in love with Tarzan. And now here I was in my dream world, but the big problem was that the chimpanzees would take one look and run away.
What one do I solve for first? Z. I see immediately that the correct value of Z is -2. And what do I do next? I go back upwards. I now know Z here. So if Z is -2, that's 4 there. Is that right? And so 2y plus the 4 is 6. Maybe y is 1.
So what's the point in all these different options?
It's the only event that really requires a monolith, but you can do that to speed things up a bit. But I didn't have enough energy back then to do that.
How much energy does it cost?
2,000 something. I was trying to do that before, but I couldn't place down in water.
WWF talking wrestlers are big, eat, says, thick, fighting phrases, using the real voices of Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. Listen! I am the Ultimate Warrior! I challenge you, Warrior! I accept the Ultimate Challenge! Gonna be a great battle the way these guys are talking! You WWF talking wrestlers, they're big enough to be talking tough! Yeah! Huh?
Bluey, you were meant to catch me. Ah! Quick, Bluey, run away! Quick! We can hide in my house! Flap, flap, flap.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for that.
Susan?
Oh, Poto.
Yes. Kia ora koutou. Good presentation, Anna and Linda. I just want to support what Claire has said about the confusion in the policies, because from an MEIT perspective, if council is going to undertake pest control and pay for it, that would be fantastic. So you just need a very clear line about who's going to be doing what.
And today I'm going to present my project, converting floral waste into herbal incense sticks. Floral waste counts for about 16% of total waste. India generates 800 million tons of waste annually. And out of this, the floral waste counts for 16%, and all of this floral waste is dumped into the rivers, which causes a lot of pollution. So we have come up with an idea of solving this problem.
Yes, I got my power march on, and we're gonna do some aerobics too. Yes, we're gonna be moving at 150 beats flat, non-stop. Yes, now march, march. So, how are you today? Are you feeling up? Are you feeling down? Or are you neutral? But guess what? If you're down or neutral, you're gonna be feeling up, up, up when this is done.
No, not at all. So, yeah.
Okay, so
logistics in the local market. That's where you guys focus.
Correct.
Do you guys actually have an office here, or you just kind of recruit from a remote location kind of thing?
We have an office in downtown Bellevue.
Okay. So keep going on where you left me.
Sure. So basically, we kind of left off at, what we do, what we handle, the types of roles that we fill and whatnot. And then basically, I was curious on your end, a little bit about, the company and more so about what the needs may or may not be.
In that day and age, religious people never touched sick people because sick people were cursed by God. And why would a religious holy person touch a sick person? And Jesus not only touched them, not only embraced them, not only touched their sores and their eyes and their skin. The most amazing thing happened as a revelation that the kingdom of God had come. Not only when Jesus touched people did he not get sick, they got well.
Your heart rhythm to be very fast. So our patient today had what's called atrial flutter. Atrial flutter is where the top chamber of the heart has an electrical circuit that goes round and round at about 300 beats a minute. If this is an arrhythmia that he continues to have that is not treated, then there is a small risk of stroke. So to treat this, we put a couple of catheters through the groin and go up the vein up to the heart.